Hi friends, welcome to the channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. Ashish here, and today I'll be covering a Kakuro puzzle on our channel. So this puzzle is constructed by Agent and it's an excellent puzzle, I would say. I have solved this puzzle recently and I would say it's an excellent start. So without the intended start, this puzzle is really very tough, and I really thank Agent for such a wonderful puzzle. So I got a request for this puzzle, and many people actually got stuck on this puzzle, and they were trying to just go with the other way, the very tedious process where you have to eliminate each and every candidate, look for it, and then solve the puzzle. But without the intended solve path, it's really difficult. But with the intended solve path, you could solve this puzzle in very smoothly. So let's see. Before going to the puzzle, I would highly recommend you to please subscribe to our channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles if you haven't done so. It will really motivate us to cover videos on regular basis. And if at all you have a request for any Sudoku variant or a puzzle genre, do let us know in the comment below and we'll surely make a video on it. And I would highly recommend you, please try this puzzle yourself. If you don't get the start, watch the video and you will really enjoy it. So let me start the puzzle here. So this is the Kakuro puzzle. Okay, I'll have to change the this thing, sorry. Okay, yeah, okay, now it's fine. So yeah, let us start this puzzle now. So it's a basic Kakuro puzzle. There is no extra rules in it. So you have to place numbers from 1 to 9 in each row or column, such that so without the obstruction, I mean to say, so these four numbers would have to be anything from 1 to 9 where the sum is equal to 17. The sum of these four numbers is 17, sum of these four numbers is 25. So numbers cannot repeat within an area. So this is one of the area, this is another area, because you have a black cell in between, right? So there are possibilities that you have a number here and a number here which is same, but that doesn't matter because these two numbers are not seeing each other. So these digits would have to be 1 to 9, which sums to 45. This digit is these two digits sums to 5. So that is how you actually solve a Kakuro puzzle. You have to fulfill all the sums, and apart from that, the numbers don't see each other. So same numbers don't see each other, right? So that's what the rule says. And with that, let's start solving this puzzle. So at this point, the start of the puzzle itself is what author has intended. Amazing start, amazing, really amazing start. You just have to look for it. I had to actually wait very long for the logic. I was just looking for the logic here and there. I was just trying to eliminate digits, but it was not possible. And then I really suddenly realized the logic that was hidden inside this puzzle, and I was like, wow, amazing. So just try this puzzle yourself at this point. Try to find the logic yourself. If you couldn't, then you watch the video, right? So I'll just directly go with the logic that author has intended. So in this particular puzzle, if you count all the horizontal clues, so these are all the horizontal clues that the sum has already given. The sum is already given for all of these horizontal clues. So if you see here, sum of all these horizontal clues, so if you add these sums, the sum is 338, except these two cells. These two cells are not counted in that sum, right? And now if you check for the sums of all the vertical clues, now the sum of all the vertical clues, if you add the sum of all the vertical clues, you get one number, and that actually gives you a start. Sum of all the vertical clues is 322. So the sum of all horizontal clues is 338. Sum of all the vertical clues is 322, except these two cells for the vertical clues, right? So which means now sum of all the horizontal clues except these two cells minus sum of all the vertical clues except these two cells is 16. 338 minus 322 is 16, which means these two cells, the sum of all the horizontal clues, the cells that are counted, minus these two cells is 16. And there is only one possible way you can do it. Both of these cells would have to be 9 and both of these cells would have to be 1 to make sure that all the horizontal clues and the vertical clues are balanced, right? So if you see here, the difference of these two plus the difference of these two, I am sorry, so if you add these two minus difference of these two, sum of these two would give you 16. 338 minus 322 would have to be 16, and the only possible way is if both of these are maximum and both of these are minimum, that is 18 minus 2 is 16. What an amazing start to this puzzle, guys. Hats off to the author, hats off. Now if you see here, this puzzle seems to be very easy now. It is 1 3 here, this is 7 and 9 here, okay, 7 and 9, so 10 cannot have a 9 here sum, so that has to be 7, that gives you a 1 2 1 2 here. 20 cannot have a 1, so that has to be 3 here, that sums to 8 and 9 actually now. 3 plus 8 and 9 gives you a 20 here, right? And now again this 18, if you see this 18 now, even if it is 1 it has to be 9 8, if it is 2 it has to be 9 7, so both of these, whatever be the case, this has to be a 9 and this is 7 and 8, right? Same way for the 12 here, if it is 9 it would be 1 2, if it is 8 it would be 1 3, so whatever be the case, this would have to be 1, this is 2 and a 3 here, right? For the 23 now, if you have a 1 here, you need 22 more, and in a 22 sum with 3 cells, 9 is most important, so 9 would have to be here, that gives you a 6 here, right? And for the 5, I'm not sure. Anything else we are missing here? Okay. Yeah, for the 9, for the 17 sum you already have a 9, these 3 cells would have to be 8, and in a 3 sum digit with an 8, 1 is for sure, and this has to be a 1 now, because both of these cannot be 1, so this is a 4 now. And so we get 5 6 7 8, right? 5 6 7 or an 8, so it is 5 8 or 6 7. Okay, oh sorry, with the 5 6 7 8 and seeing this sum, it always have to be a 5, it cannot even be a 6 because the sum will exceed, so that gives you a 2 here, a 3 here, that gives you an 8 here, a 9 here, amazing, that gives you a 7 here, right? So yeah, you have 1 2 3 4, you cannot have a 5 6 8 7 and 9, so this sum would have to be a 5, right? What an amazing start actually. Now let us see this sum. If it is 1, this would have to be 15, which means this would have to be a 6. If it is 2, this would have to be 14, which means again this would have to be a 6. So whatever be the case, this would have to be a 6, and that gives you 8 or a 9 here. So these 3 cells are 1 2 and a 3, that gives you a 6 7 and an 8 for the 9 sum. Okay, for the 27 sum you cannot have a 1 or a 2 if there are only 4 cells, so that gives you a 3. Now that is 7 8 or a 9 in any order, right? So let us remove the 3 from here, that removes the 6 from here. So you have a 7 8 9 triplet here, which means this cell would have to be a 1 2 and a 1, because for the 25 sum, if 7 8 9 is already a triplet, that gives you a 24, and that gives you a 1 here, that gives you an 8 here, a 9 here, and a 7 here. Amazing. See the flow of this puzzle, guys, amazing flow. My camera again got stuck, so I am extremely sorry for that. I've already ordered a new one, it's on the way, so please bear with me for this. Okay, and yeah, again we'll go with the puzzle now. We'll try to finish. 9 plus 6 is 15, so this would have to be a 1 and a 2 here, that this can only be a 3, which gives you an 8 or a 9 here. So if I have a 9 here, this would have to be a 2, so that gives you an. Hi guys, so I have again started from here. I will just continue here. So this 9, you have a 14, so you need 5 from these cells. You already have 1 2 3 here, so this would only have to be a 4 and a 1. Okay, this 17, you already have a 9 here, which means you need 8 more. It is only 5 6 7 possible, which means 3 2 and a 1 is not possible, so 7 is not possible here. So 4 7 8 and 9, 4 7 8 9, this cannot be a 9. You know that there is a 9 here and you need 14 here, so this can only be a 4 and a 1, right? Okay, for the 7 8 and 9, you need 2 3 and a 4. For the 2 and a 3, if it is 2, it gives you a 6. If it is 3, it gives you a 5. Okay, oh, this cell cannot be a 8 or a 9, because for the 13 sum this can only be a 7. That is nice. That gives you a 1 2 3 in all of these cells. That gives you 6 7 8 here. Okay, this cell is not a 1. If this is 8 or a 9, that gives you 2 or a 3, cannot be a 4. You have 1 2 3 triplet here, that gives you a 9 here for the sum to fulfill. That gives you 8 and a 9 here, that gives you 2 and a 3 here. Wow, that eliminates 6 from this cell, and that has to be a 7 and a 2 and a 1 here. Wow, amazing. That is 15 now, because you already have 1 for the 16 sum. The 2 cells remaining would have to be a 15. That gives you a 6 and a 9 here. So 1 2 3 4 and a 5. You already have 1 2 3 4, so this cell would have to be a 5. That gives you a 6 here. 15, so that gives you a 2 and a 6 here. This is 2 3 4. You already have a 12 here, so this cannot be a 2. If this is 3, that gives you a 9 here, not possible, so this has to be a 4 and an 8. 17, if this is 21, that has to be a 4. These cells are 1 2 and 3 in any order. So for the 11, if 4 is gone, 7, so 6 5 and a 4 here. This cannot be a 3, so 1 and 2, which means 4 and a 5. 7 8 and 9 in these 3 cells for the 45 sum, right? This cell cannot be a 7, because then this cell also would have to be a 7. That gives you here is 6 and a 5. For the 19, 6 is gone, you have 13 more, so it is 6 5 or a 4. Yeah, the end part was quite tricky, if I remember. Oh, this cannot be a 6, so this is 4 and a 5. So for the 19, 13 is gone, right? So if 6 is gone, 7 is gone from this cell, so 8 9, so this would have to be a 7. Okay, so if this is 7, you need 15 more. And whatever be the case, if you have a 4 6, a 4 5 or a 6 5, for the 15 to be filled, this also would have to be a 4 5 and 6. Amazing. So 4 5 6 triplet here, that gives you 15 here, so this would have to be a 3. Eliminates 3 from this cell, cannot be a 4 here. 7, right? So 5 and 6. Okay, this was amazing. This was quite tricky here. So if you had a 2 here, right, this would have to be a 5, this would have to be a 4. Again you need to have a 2 here for the 6 sum, so which means this would have to be a 1. That gives you a 6 here, right? This gives you a 2 here and a 4 here. That gives you a 5 here, 6 and a 8 here. That gives you 9 and a 4 here. Wow, I would really rate this a 5-star puzzle. Amazing. What an amazing puzzle this was. Really wonderful. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got how actually an author intends to create a puzzle with such a beautiful logic, where if you don't get the logic, you are stuck for eternity, and if you get the logic, you will solve it as smooth as possible, right? Amazing puzzle. Thanks a lot, agent, for such a wonderful puzzle. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do like and comment if you want us to solve any other Sudoku variant or a puzzle genre, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.